Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Corporate Face to Face series. As all of you are aware, friends, these episodes help us understand emerging companies from emerging sectors, and we make it a point to talk to the promoters and the top managements of such companies, which helps us get a lot of valuable information on the company's business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And in this process, investors get a lot of valuable information from the company's managements. Uh, Today, friends, we have got a very interesting company which is going to hit the capital market very soon. And the company's name is Icon Facilitators Limited. We have the privilege of having the entire management team. We have Mr. Dinesh Makija, who is the chairman and managing director. Dinesh ji, welcome to the show. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time. We have also Mr. Kapil Khera, who is the director of the company. Kapil ji, आपको भी बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.
And we have Chandan Mishra, who's from the investment banking division of Kambata Securities, who's the merchant banker to the company's public issue. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for the time. Sir, without wasting time, first question, which is very elementary but is very very important for all our investors. We want to understand what is the company's business model. दिनेश जी, अगर आप हमको बताएं कि ये बिजनेस हम क्या करते हैं, हमारा बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है, और सर हमने ये बिजनेस कभी शुरू किया था, कितने साल हो गए, और थोड़ा सर हमारी मार्केट में क्या पोजीशनिंग है, प्लस सर थोड़ा सा अपने बिजनेस जर्नी के बारे में बताइए कि ये बिजनेस हमने कैसे शुरू किया, इसकी शुरुआत कैसे हुई थी, सर थोड़ा सा इसके ऊपर भी कलर दे दीजिए।
तो पहले तो अविनाश जी, आपको और आपके व्यूअर्स को नमस्कार एंड थैंक्स कि आपने हमारे को एक टाइम दिया, वैल्यूबल टाइम दिया। आइकॉन वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड एज अ सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फर्म इन 2002. We started the journey in 2002 only, and in 2013 we got it converted into private limited, and in 2024 we got it public limited, and now here we are going for listing. Icon Facilitators Limited is primarily into the technical facility management services. I'll just brief you what facility management services is. We have retail malls, commercial offices, banks, hospitals, everything, whatever is working like lighting, captive power, central air conditioning, plumbing, firefighting, servers, UPS, all are, highly specialized equipment and need a special skill set to operate and maintain on daily basis. So what we do is we deploy our team there with a special skill set 24/7, 365 days in a year to have a zero downtime. So this is a very essential services and required immediate attention all the time throughout the year. And we started with the almost 5-6 boys, and today in 2023 we have 230 employees on our rolls. So
2000,
that is
2030. Just correction.
2030, right? To be
Oh,
very
yes.
precise, 2030 employees. And this is the prescribed description of our company.
Okay. Dinesh ji, I was just reading from our prospectus that we are into soft services and we are into specialized services. तो सर ये soft services क्या होते हैं, इसके बारे में जरा बताइए।
So soft services are primarily housekeeping services. Few of our B2C clients where they want technical services as well as soft services by the single vendor. So we have given them a small chunk of soft services, but primarily we are into the technical services. When we say specialized services, R&M, repair and maintenance, any facility, any building which is operated, कुछ ना कुछ day-to-day repairs and maintenance होता रहता है. We do it in-house. We have a backend team, in-house capabilities, and we handle all the breakdown calls in-house only.
Okay, so understood. Dinesh ji, now tell me one thing to understand broadly, what is the overall size of the opportunity? Because as you rightly mentioned, every asset requires proper maintenance, and that is what we provide. Sir, अगले 3-5 साल में, what is the size of the opportunity which is available for us? The total addressable market, what you are catering to, and sir, what is our growth strategy? How are we planning to capitalize on that kind of growth which the market is going to provide us? So, if you can please share your thoughts.
See, if I talk about North India only, the kind of urbanization happening, be it on Dwarka Expressway or be it on the Noida Expressway, I can see a humongous, expansion, and any facility, or any building, their basic appetite is around 300 to 400 backend staff, be it soft service, be it security, be it technical. So you can just multiply. If I say Noida only, Noida Expressway and Yamuna Expressway, around 1,200 plus projects are about to complete and are on completion stage or have been handed over. So if I, almost 10 years of down the line, we can see, business on this industry in North India only. And we haven't touched base, pan India, though we already have plans. We already opened office in Bangalore. My son is already leading that office, and we are doing R&M jobs there. We started getting assignments there.
So basically, the opportunity is large, the runway is huge. That is what the thinking is. So, sir, tell me one thing. Normally, when we enter into any new contracts with any new customer or existing customers, what is the timeline? Is it a 1 year contract or is it a 3 year contract? What is the usual timeline of these contracts with the customers?
So generally, it is an annual contract, annual operation and maintenance contract, which is renewable. And I'll just tell you, almost 5% of our clients are 15 years plus,
Oh,
and 80% of our clients are 5 years plus with us. So
okay.
as I explained you, it's an essential services. Generally, clients do not want to change the agencies unless there is an issue.
Exactly. So basically, there's a lot of stickiness in the business, according to you, which I think is very
Certainly.
clear. That more than 15 years, the same customer continues with you, and of course, he must be happy with your service. Sir, in our business, what is the level of competitive intensity? Because see, frankly, every business has competition. But sir, आपने Delhi market बोला, North market, which is a very growing market. Tell me, sir, broadly, what is the level of competitive intensity? Do you have many players, or do you have some selected players who actually control the market में सभी लोगों को comfortably business मिलता है? And basically, sir, what are the pre-qualification norms? Like tomorrow, if some corporate wants to employ your services, what are the cross checks they do with people in the industry to know whether we are good or we're excellent? Sir, कुछ तो प्री क्वालिफिकेशन होगा ना हमारे धंधे में, तो वो बताइए.
So, there are some pre-checks which generally client do is one is compliances, which is a mandatory. And I proudly say that Icon is 100% compliant. The client like DLF, our association with DLF is for almost 10 years now. And one of the very premium society, the camellias we're handling, we have been able to, deliver services to DLF just because of our compliances.
Okay.
Second is our core competency in technical services, the kind of experience we have. We have electrical contractor license also, which is again a mandate to deliver technical services, especially in cinemas and commercial malls. And we generally qualify all the criterias which are been, laid for the technical services. Yes, we have a few competitors in the industry, but our USPs are in-house and team which can deliver the services and break down calls, which reduces ultimately the downtime of the services.
Okay.
And this industry generally works on speech of words when we deliver. I'll give you an example of Pratham Group, Unity Group primarily. We started with Vegas Mall, and then they invited us to deliver service at CP67 in Mohali, and now they have invited us for the other Unity malls also. So this is how business grows. Same is with Logics Group. Now of course Bhutani.
Yeah.
We started one assignment and now we have multiple assignments of them.
Okay. No, I think very nice to hear. Sir. Sir, tell me one thing. How many employees do we have? Because I believe this is a labor-intensive business. As business grows, we need to keep on adding more people. So, what is the current permanent staff on our roles? And sir, how many active customers at this point of time could we be catering? Like any rough idea, if you could give us.
So we have 230 employees, right? 2030 employees, 2030 employees on our roles, and around 130 clients, which have been, where we have been delivering services.
Okay. And sir, basically, what was the number of clientele about 2-3 years back? We just wanted to know how the progression has happened, for you.
So there was a surge at the time of COVID, but as soon as companies started being operational, especially malls and commercial malls, which were totally shut down, we had FY 22, 23 and 113 sites. Then 23, 24 were 128 sites. Now 130 sites.
Okay. So understood.
So just adding to what Dinesh has mentioned, our growth is primarily considered with the number of manpower being deployed at each site. So if we go to our strength on a year-to-year basis, there is a substantial growth on including the numbers from FY22 till FY25. So there is a growth of around 20% of manpower which we have added every year.
Okay. No, understood. Dinesh ji, now I just wanted to understand, is our business order book driven business की इतने customers है तो इतना revenue comfortably आएगा, या basically it is a rolling business, existing customers keeps on giving business? Since you say it's a yearly contract, obviously you know what is the kind of revenue visibility you got, but do you work with any order book kind of strategy, like इतना order अपने को next quarter में करना है या साल भर में करना है? So how does the business work in terms of growth? How do you take your operations going forward? Like आगे का planning कैसे होता है?
So certainly this industry is, sustainable industry, first of all. Once you get associated with the client, आपको उनको deliver करना, service deliver करना, and if your services are satisfactory, you're compliant, they don't tend to replace you, being essential services. They don't want to get into, any kind of nitty-gritties. Now, the motive is to add on the business, retain the primary existing business, and then adding on the business.
Exactly.
So we have been certainly, working on very hard on, getting the business. As I told you, assignments are coming on, new business is coming on. We are targeting on that business. And of course, we have also added on the verticals, like R&M is a very critical vertical. In addition, we have been also started targeting, pitching into the government sector like NBCC. We have been awarded a tender from NBCC also. And that is where we are going to, explore more business now.
Okay. No, I think very nice to hear. Dinesh ji, normally whenever we work with the customer for pricing, normally how does the pricing work? Depending upon the work profile, the category of work, the volume of work. For existing customers, do you have relationships which are more important? You said you got a very strong relationship with DLF. So the relationship भी बहुत important होता है to finally get your price, properly balanced out for you. But broadly, sir, do you get a price increase almost every year? Or is it fixed for a couple of years and then there is a price increase?
So what compliance says, generally there is a revision of minimum wages biannually in each and every state. And to be compliant, revision has to be given by the client on twice a year.
Okay.
It's a mandate.
Yeah.
So it's we don't have to actually go for any escalation. We get the business, we get the increments biannually by default.
Okay.
And yes, we being in competition, we at times have to negotiate with the client. But generally, when they ask for a premium service, they are ready to and they are willing to pay us the premium charges also.
नहीं ठीक है, I think ये बहुत exactly बराबर बोला कि premium obviously comes at a cost, and I think if the service is liked by the customer, I don't think they will compromise on the price. So quality is more important than price. Dinesh ji, one repeat question मुझे थोड़ा सा अच्छी तरह से समझना है. Sir, we have now been in the business for such a long time. You have started this business from scratch. I want to understand what value add do we give to our existing customers, because ये business में मुझे लगता है stickiness तो है, but उनको retain करने के लिए you have always got to be on your toes. So sir, what is the qualitative add which you add to these customers so that they come and give us repeat business year after year? Sir, दो तीन चीजें अगर आप बताओ, so that we can understand your profile in a much better way.
See, we generally do day-to-day operation and routine maintenance. Upkeep of the equipment is our prime focus. The equipment installed in all these commercial buildings is worth millions of rupees and need, equal attention also. Apart from that, there are a few, regular checks. I'll just explain you. Agar offices hain, so we need to do some lux level test, earthing test, because if there is a leakage in earthing, the entire computer can be blown off.
Exactly.
Sophisticated equipment can blow off. So we do regular checks and in-house maintenance of this equipment. And most of the time, these kind of, biannual checks are freebies to the client. This is what is our USP. इसी basis पे हम client को अपने retain कर पाते हैं.
बिल्कुल. I think बहुत अच्छा लगा sir सुन के. I think this means that the repeat business is also there and clients are very happy with your quality of service. Sir, now let's come to the broad financials. I was just seeing your FY25 numbers, sir, very strong numbers. 59 crores top line, which was earlier around 49 crores. And the profit after tax is about 4.47 crores from 1.76 crores. Sir, just very broadly, I want to understand that top line growth has been moderate, but bottom line growth has been very significant. Almost 2 crore से आपका 4.56 crores हो गया है. So, sir, what is the main reason? Was it higher business volume, more customers added, better pricing? Sir, what were the key reasons for this improvement? If you could please tell us.
Kapil, would you like to comment on this, please?
Sure. So you've seen that there is an extreme growth which has happened from in the EBITDA to 11.36% and the PAT has increased to 7%. That is primarily because of two reasons. We have started a new vertical called a repair and maintenance vertical. Doing a operation and maintenance job is a regular job in which you get a certain management fees, and that's kind of a fixed management fees what you get. But there are repair and maintenance tasks which gives you higher and higher margins in a shorter span of time. So this year only, after September only, we started this vertical and we have got some good contracts there where we have earned a good high margins. That is the reason you're seeing a growth, exponential growth in the PAT margins here. Because without putting the permanent manpower, it was a shorter contract with a higher returns.
Okay, understood. I think very logically, answered by you. Dineshji, sorry, Kapilji, now, on the margins, although without asking you a number, we have already started FY26. Now we are in the month of June. Sir, on ground, what are the kind of demand signals which you are seeing? If you could at least tell us in a descriptive way, can we expect FY26 to be reasonably good or better than last year?
So it is definitely going to be the better year for us because we are entering into 2-3 more verticals. As Dinesh has just mentioned that we are getting into the government contracting where the volumes are very, very high. The revenue will grow exponentially. Apart from that, repair and maintenance is one more area wherein we are concentrating high now. And we expect a exponential growth in FY26 for us.
Okay, now I'm wanting to know, sir, since this is a working capital intensive business, sir, what is the normal working capital cycle in our business? Typically, right from the time the client signs up, the service is given to the customer. Are our billings done on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis? How does the customer pay us? Like, if it's a 1 year contract, do we get, money monthly, quarterly? And typically, what's the working capital cycle? Because I believe, you all must be providing for employee cost, which is the main cost component for you.
Yes.
Working capital cycle के बारे में बताइए.
So, sir, हमारा typical business, this facilities management market works on this particular business. The payment cycles are from 60 days to 90 days. The moment you raise your invoice after providing the services for a month. And this happens everywhere in all the industry, facilities industry. So we are managing with that.
Okay, तो ठीक है, तो 60 to 90 days में working capital cycle. अच्छा, और एक बात which I saw in the prospectus, which is not a very major thing, but I think it needs little clarification. There are some, court cases which company has filed against people. Basically कुछ legal cases pending है. Sir, इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा background बताइए कि how big are they? Are they really irrelevant for us? If you can please tell us.
So no money is irrelevant. We have earned that money, hard-earned money. We have paid to our employees, and चाहे जितने भी है, but हमारा negligible amount है, but that we have already filed and we have won the cases also through MSM.
So it does not have any significant impact on the profitability of the company, right?
No.
Okay, now let's come to the most important question. Chandanji, sorry to keep you waiting. Sir, company is going public. You are the merchant banker to the issue. If you could tell us, sir, something on the public issue, what amount of capital the company plans to raise and what is the main objective of raising this money?
So, hi, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So, yes, we are Kambata Securities Limited, booking lead manager to the Icon. So, we are raising somewhere around 19.11 crore against of 26.72% dilution. And we will utilize around 16 crore for a working capital requirement and remaining for the general corporate purpose and the issue expenses. We will issue 21 lakh equity shares and the company's valuation is 71.52 crore. That is post IPO valuation, which is 15.89 the PE multiple, and same pre-IPO multiple is going to be around 11.65. The issue will open on 24th June, which is Tuesday, and will close on 26th June, which is Thursday, and will list on somewhere around 1st of July 2025.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Chandanji. Dineshji, now one question which is very, elementary from the investor side. You have, started this company with a lot of effort. You have reached this position. Now, new investors will be joining your growth journey. They will take the benefit of growth going forward. So, Dineshji, what is the broad message? I think, because everybody wants to come in the capital market and support, promising promoters like you. So, sir, what could be your long-term message to them? How are you planning to reward them? Just a small message from your side will be really helpful.
See, so to my investors, I am assuring that we are into a very sustainable business, and whatever assignments we are getting are giving us a good profit margins. We are into association with few IPCs where we are in the preferred list, being having core competency in our field, and this is an assurance that once investors invest in us, they will get very good returns and high margins on this.
Okay. No, I think very nice to hear this, Dinesh ji. Dinesh ji, last question, which is very important. Two questions which are added in one. Sir, we have managed this business so well up till now. Sir, post-COVID now things have started getting back to normal. We are now into normalcy kind of, economic kind of growth levels. Sir, what is the normal business risk in our business? Is it like, the quality of service, the execution of any contract properly, keeping talented employees? Because in our business, employee is the heart of the business. So, sir, हमारे धंधे में सबसे बड़ा रिस्क क्या है और आपने इसको अभी तक कैसे मैनेज किया?
The only risk is money, right? And as you have seen, our major chunk of the business comes from the IPCs. The idea of getting associated with IPCs is that they also ensure proper compliances. And payment to their partners is again a very mandate compliance because it's a cyclic. Unless they pay us, we won't be able to pay to the our employees and be other statutory compliances.
Exactly.
So that is the idea of getting associated with multinational companies and doing business. Though we have a B2C clients also, but we are very refined. Our principle is do good business rather than more business. This is what our association with a client is explanatory, self-explanatory कि इतना लंबा association हमारा इनके साथ क्यों चला. And as I told you, there we have been not failing to leave the assignments if customer is not willing to pay us or he is into a habit of delayed payments. So we ensure कि payment cycle is being maintained properly.
Correct. Well, I think very nicely mentioned by you that you focus more on the quality business rather than the quantity business. Dinesh ji, बहुत अच्छा लगा. This is a very important parameter to understand your thought process. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. Dinesh ji, Kapil ji, or Chandan ji, thank you very much for the time today. I think it was my pleasure to host all of you and accept my best wishes, sir, for the public issue as well as for your entire management team. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.